Hey guys, in this video what we're going to be talking about are mind maps and flowcharts. These are really useful tools because what they can do is give you clarity on what's happening, where you're going, and what your goals are from different situations. Now, throughout my Jiu Jitsu career, I've seen a number of different versions of these. I've seen simple things like this one, which is just basic positions and then how they all interlink together. These can be really useful, and teach you where to go, or the kind of common sequences of where to go. I've also seen mind maps that look like this, which are just a little bit more in depth, so they've got a lot more positions on them, a couple of different options from each thing as well, but they don't really show you where to go either. Okay, the style that I like to use is like this. Okay, now there's a lot of different things that are happening in this. We've got different attacking options. We also have different transitions that are going on, different positions, and then we have questions as well. Things like what are they trying to do to counter you? And I find this one really useful because it just allows me to see exactly what's happening and exactly where I need to go. And it's pretty much a combination of the other two types. So how do we go about creating one of those? Well, I'm going to show you right now. I use these mostly in Keynote, which is a Mac program, but you could also equally do it in PowerPoint, probably Word. There's a few online programs you can do. You can do it in mind map software, all kinds of things like that. But basically, we're going to start with an idea, and that idea is the close guard Kimura. Okay, now I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that. If you don't, you can probably find it on the internet. But what we're going to do, so what's the first thing that I need to do from the close guard? Well, to get the Kimura grip, I need to get their hands to the mat. So that's the first thing. Okay, then from there, what we're going to look at doing is actually set up that basic Kimura grip. So we link that one on here as well. Okay, so once you have the Kimura grip, there's a couple of things that can happen. The first thing that normally happens is the person might try and posture up and out of that grip. Okay, and if they do that, there's a couple of things that could happen. Firstly, you could go to the hip bump sweep. Okay, now we all know hip bump sweeps are most commonly going to end up in the mount. Okay, but now if they don't posture up, there is also a second option, and that is that they pressure down into you. Okay, and if they pressure down into you, well, there's a very nice transition. You can do the guillotine, and then if they do nothing, so they've not postured up, they've not pressured down, that's when you can attack with that Kimura. Okay, and that's basically it. That's how I structure these things. I ask myself questions, I look at the likely outcomes that people are going to do when I do things. Okay, and I find this really useful, particularly if I'm working on something new. It's a great way just to figure out all the different routes that I can take to get to where I need to go. Okay, and these mind maps are great because there's so many different colors. It's very color coordinated. You can see exactly what's going on and exactly what you're trying to achieve. And obviously, if you had big enough space, you could write out your entire game. Like the example I showed you earlier, this one, there's a lot more in depth. We've got different positions that we're starting from, our specific goal, and then how we get out of it as well. So there's a lot more going on in this one. Okay, and again, you can do this for any position as well. You can set it up with guard, you can set it up with all these things. Now, if you don't have access to this kind of software, you can do the same thing with this one, or this one. You just have to write the options. For example, if they did that in the key lock, they straighten their arm out, then I go to the Americana, and so you can add more detailed notes in. Okay, but as I say, I just really like. I really like this style of mind map because it's just very clear, very precise. It can take some time to do, but that's time really well spent because it just allows you to really think about what's going on, and really can help you, clarify what's happening. Okay, guys, so I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.